6 December 1992. The Babri Masjid in Ayodhya was demolished by a frenzied mob of thousands of car sevaks. It was a catastrophe, not because a monument or a structure of religious faith was desecrated, but because it was believed to have dealt a lethal blow to the democratic secular fabric of this country. 25 years later, now when we look back at it, we will see that the seeds of some of the worst communal riots and incidents of terror in this country were sown in that incident. In the immediate aftermath, of course, 2,000 people died, but that was the least of the damages that this country suffered. This country has bled with 1,000 cuts because of the Babri demolition. So immediately after the incident in December 1992, the Liberhan Commission was constituted to inquire into the incident. In 2009, Justice Liberhan submitted his report to the Dr. Manmohan Singh government and said that the entire incident was neither spontaneous nor unplanned. Remember, that was the argument given by the accused, that this is something that happened in a moment of frenzy. There wasn't any instigation involved. However, the Liberhan Commission report said that this was not a spontaneous act and there was a deliberate conspiracy involved. As recently as May this year, the conspiracy charges on several senior BJP leaders were invoked. On the other hand, there is the title dispute. Remember, in 2010, the Allahabad High Court had given a verdict that said that this disputed territory should be divided into three parts: one part for the Nirmohi Akhara, one part for the Hindu Mahasabha, and the third part for the Sunni Waqf Board. That verdict, of course, was dismissed by the Supreme Court, and that verdict has been challenged in court by several litigants, by Sunni Waqf Board themselves, who have not accepted the verdict, and several other litigants, including secular parties, who feel there should be a hospital in the disputed site. There's a Shia Waqf Board who feel they are the rightful owners of the property. So that is the title dispute which is currently on in court. The last hearing was on 6th of December this year, exactly 25 years after the incident. Now, there are two primary narratives. Those who believe that a mediation should resolve this dispute argue that since the court had already given a verdict in the year 2010 and that was not acceptable to any of the parties, because of which we have a long-drawn legal battle today, what is to guarantee that if we have another court settlement, that will be acceptable to anybody at all? So the legal tussle will continue. Therefore, the argument in favor of mediation is that the conflicting parties should sit together, build consensus, and find a peaceful resolution. For that, Sri Ravi Shankar has made an initiative to mediate. But then remember, ADR, which is an alternative dispute resolution mechanism globally accepted, requires an impartial mediator. But the credentials of Sri Ravi Shankar is being questioned for impartiality and for various other reasons. So whether a mediation can take place through a mediator is something that is not exactly looking very possible at this point in time. Those who argue in favor of a court settlement say that this is a country that is run by law of the land, and therefore the constitutional principles will have to be upheld. The court will have to decide who is the rightful owner of that property and then hand it over to the rightful owner through a court verdict, and therefore close the matter once and for all. That is the position taken by those who favor a court settlement. But what do you think? Where do you stand on this? Do write in to me. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Thanks for watching Two Sides to the Coin.